Hey everybody, how's it going? So I got this question on Threads and I had to do this as a video just because it's so many thoughts in my head about it. Let's get into it. It's not difficult for me to enjoy a movie. So I am one of those people who finds something to enjoy about every film or television show that I watch. It could be the cinematography, it could be the lighting, it could be the story, the character work, the writing, anything. I usually find something to enjoy. Now, as CinemaSins says in their tagline, no movie is without sin, and that's true. But also, very few movies are completely without merit. I've come across a handful of those in my lifetime, and I just don't talk about them. I don't, because there might be somebody out there who actually does enjoy that film for whatever reason, and I don't like yucking other people's yum. Now, the other part to this that I will say is that films and television shows have so many moving parts that it's hard to pick apart the final product to figure out what went wrong. I mean, really, the only thing you can do that with is the cinematography and how they set up the shots. But as a for instance, one of the complaints I have about The Acolyte is the scene where Saul is talking to Yord and he's telling Yord, well, Osha had a twin. And Yord's like, well, could this all be the twins doing? And Saul says, no, it's impossible. I watched her die. It absolutely 100% cannot be her. And then literally like 5 minutes later, uh, Saul is confronting Osha, and Osha says, May is still alive. And Saul's like, I believe you. And there was like almost no transition there. There was like a bunch of action, but there was no like real, like you didn't get the sense that Saul was like, huh, maybe she could be alive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there was literally it was like a switch was thrown and it was a little jarring. But the issue is you can't say that that was bad writing because you don't know unless you see the original script. I mean, there could have been a scene in there where that was, gone over, and it could have even been shot and it ended up on the cutting room floor. So there's no way to really tell where that mistake was made. Now, it was something blatant. It jumped out at me. But again, I'm not going to say that was bad writing. It could have just been something that they were like, you know what? We don't have the time for this in this episode. And that's one of the things that we can really cut that won't damage the story too much. I mean, it's a trade-off. So again, I can't I can criticize what I saw, but I can't criticize their decision making. Does that make sense? Now, one thing that I really do enjoy is picking apart and breaking down a really great shot or special effect, especially if it's a practical effect. I will sit there and watch it and think, wow, how did they do that? How did they make that shot, or how did they do that special effect? Mainly just a reverse engineer, if that makes sense. Anyway, y'all have an awesome time and carry on smartly and enjoy what you enjoy because don't let anybody take that away from you. Love y'all.